Yo, what's up, everybody? Another day means more RLCS off-season roster news. Let's get straight into it. What's up, everybody? Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. It is going to be yet another day of RLCS roster news, but before we get into that, as always, a reminder, if you guys do enjoy the content, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, all that fun stuff. Also, links to everything down below, things I'm talking about, links to where you can find the origination of it, along with all my social medias. If you want to go give those a like and a follow, it'd be greatly appreciated. Trying to hit 50,000 subs by the end of the year. I've said that so many times. Please, thank you. Up first, going to be talking about Team Liquid. Always Team Liquid. They seem to not know what they want. I don't know. Obviously, Team Liquid trying to build a roster around Ronicky. Not exactly sure who it's going to be, but some things that are remaining constant is that the tandem or the duo of Ronicky and a Chronic are looking for a third to complete that. That is something that has been consistent over the course of many different roster rumors coming from Shift. But this time they're trying out Carrion, which is actually pretty interesting to me. I would say Carrion's most notable team was the Three Musketeers, where he played alongside Yukis and Emre. And they've had kind of polarizing results, roughly about the, I would say, like 15 to 20 area, probably like 13 to 16, 13 to 17 when it comes to qualifiers and results during RLCS, but obviously a talented young player at the age of 17. Whether that will be the third or not, I do not know. But the rumors seem to be going more and more away for Team Liquid with Scrubkilla, how he was supposed to be playing with Ronicky almost as a guarantee. It doesn't seem to be happening anymore, especially with him being more and more solidified over at Dignitas. So Team Liquid still on the search of a new third, but it does look like Ronicky and a Chronic are pretty dang solidified. Up next, over actually in OCE, which comes to a surprise, there is basically like 2 or 3 teams that really stay at the top: Cringe Society, Ground Zero, and then the Renegades. The top 2 of late have been Cringe Society and Ground Zero. Ground Zero has gone through some iterations and is definitely the most dominant team in the region right now, with no changes there. Their former player, actually, Jules, when he was with Cringe Society, ended up getting traded and going over to Cringe Society. So the 1 to the 2 team. But as of right now, it does look like Caveman Ben of Mind Freak, a team that has played upset to a lot of these top tier rosters. Probably I would put them in like 4th or 5 in the power rankings over there. Caveman Ben is possibly and rumored to be going to Cringe Society in favor of Jules, which is pretty interesting to me. Caveman Ben, I know him because his name stands out very distinctively. So it will be interesting to see on if it ends up happening, but usually OCE seems to be the same core members, like same like 10-12 people interchanging on rosters. So it will be interesting to see if Caveman Ben does go into what we refer to as one of the top teams, usually one of the 2 that will make it to the World Championship. It's a big opportunity, and unfortunately for Jules, if it is the circumstance. But again, these rosters trying to stay at the top and make sure that they are making the adjustments needed in order to do so. Over to Team Vitality, there was an announcement of a car with a soccer ball kind of announcement coming, and we didn't know when it was going to be, but it was supposed to be soon. Well, Team Vitality has officially announced that it is more than just a partnership when it comes to car soccer. It's actually a partnership for the entire team. We're finally getting the full details, and it states in their tweet, "From being inspired to becoming an inspiration, it takes an incredible journey," and they're officially partnering with the car company Kia. There's a 54-second video that's probably playing somewhere on the top here, but primarily it is them and Kia France teaming up for an official partnership. It's not going to be Alpine. Sorry for saying it wrong before. Everybody in the comments let me know. But it is not going to be like a naming convention thing. It is literally just another sponsor. And I say that as like it's not a big deal, but signing with like automotive manufacturers is actually a pretty big deal. We've seen this in other companies as well. Someone I think just signed with Lexus. Yeah, Lexus. 100 Thieves just signed with Lexus, which I actually found out recently that they're based in Japan. Didn't know that until a video I saw on YouTube the other day. But yeah, Japanese-based Lexus is actually signing with 100 Thieves. We've got BMW that covers G2 primarily and a couple others. So these are becoming more and more likely things. And the fact that Vitality is now bringing in Kia is actually pretty cool. So not sure what's going to lead to. Might see some Team Vitality Kia-esque type content hopefully in the future, which I'm all for. So interesting to see, but congrats to Vitality on the new sponsorship. This is just kind of us tying a pretty bow on the information that we got previously, and it is not going to be Alpine Vitality like it has been deemed. We will see if that happens in the future, but as of right now, Kia France, Vitality, new sponsorship. Congratulations to Vitality. Back in May, esports organization WYLDE let go one of their players, Billy, and we were wondering what was going to happen for the other two, with both Chippy and Justice being a part of the team, trying to find if there was going to be somebody else or not, and if they were going to try to progress forward as a roster. But we did get an announcement saying that the chapter in the book of WYLDE ends. They have mutually agreed to part ways with Chippy and Justice. We wish them the best in the future, and they'll always have a special place at our team. Remain committed to competing in RLCS with a new roster. Watch this space. So rather than trying to build around the players that they have gone and decided to pick up a different one. This could be the new White Demons, which I'll talk about in just a sec here, or many others. But as of right now, Justice, Billy, and Chippy are all free agents trying to find a new home. Whether it be Justice and Chippy together or what iteration, we do not know. But there is going to be a lot of teams in the area of competition where these guys are placing that will be looking for a lot of different informations and roster changes and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with WYLDE and who they end up picking up, but hopefully we get an announcement relatively soon. And speaking of that, I did mention that it could possibly be this team. If you guys don't know, White Demons has been without a third for a while, and it does look like they have solidified who that player is to be joining Dorito and CRR, and it is going to be Thamway. Thamway has been announced as their new third. It says, "We are very proud to announce our new player with whom we will make great things and get to the top. Hopefully we can meet our expectations and yours. See you on the field." And it gets a little bit interesting with the rest of that. Not really my thing, but it is what it is. Either way, White Demons obviously still looking for representation of who's going to be picking them up. Obviously, they do have managers and coaches and all that kind of stuff along with them in Bran. So hopefully they do, but WYLDE could be that option. Whether it happens or not, I do not know. So should be exciting to see. Either way, White Demons. It's going to be Dorito, CRR, and Thamway. Pretty solid team. Going to see if it makes any good results happen. There's going to be a lot of changes this offseason, so I think it's kind of a wild, wild west of results that we're looking to see. Either way, in the future, I will do a video where I kind of rate where I think places will fall. Last and certainly but not least, probably the most interesting one to me because of results and how things have gone. For some reason, Tander is leaving the team. What was arguably the second best team, now first best team with True Neutral, leaving the scene in South America and going to North America to compete. Furia was considered probably the best team in the region at number 2, now number 1. And Tander is no longer part of that roster. And I don't know what that means for Furia in particular, but what it does mean for Tander is a new team automatically. The previous name, Novus AV, before they actually got picked up by Furia, has come together in a different fashion with some pretty high-profile names. If you guys don't know the South America team, it is very similar to OCE in that regard, but even more so to like the same group of like 6 to 9 people swapping around and eventually coming back together or reforming in some different way. And that's the similar case here. Novus AV is back in action, and with Tander, Brad, and PJ are going to be teaming up together. They did put out a tweet. In the tweet, it does state in both English and Spanish that they are looking for an org to represent, and that their DMs are open, likes and retweets available. And not sure how this one's going to play out, because obviously they did a really good job of the original Novus team getting picked up by Furia. Now Furia is obviously covering 2/3 of a roster. This one really catches me off guard. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about the fact that that is no longer the case. I just don't know what Furia's new third is going to be either, because right now with Kyle and Card, I don't know who they're going to pick up. So I expect to see a little bit more shuffling over the South American region as well, now that there is such a sought-after position in Furia. I'm pretty sure having a team house, to my knowledge. Either way, a lot of work for their coach and what they're going to do there. But the king position in South America is up for grabs now that True Neutral is no longer there. So I'm not surprised that we are seeing some adjustments happening over in that region to make sure that those things actually do change and stay in place. But yeah, it is pretty surprising that Furia, Tander no longer being a part of it. I don't know if he just saw another opportunity that could lead to better things with Brad and PJ, but maybe there's some internal stuff going on that we don't know about. Either way, Kyle and Card on Furia looking for a new third. Tander already found a new home with Brad and PJ. Will be interesting to see what happens in South America. That's going to wrap it up for this video of your RLCS roster news. If you guys do have any additional questions, comments, concerns, as always, drop those in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.